This is unexpected. I thought we were done for updates for the year. The latest pitch notes talks about gameplay responsiveness and the steps we're taking to optimize the experience. Now, maybe it's just the way the universe works. But remember this tweet that I posted yesterday that I was scared to post because I thought it would be too harsh. Not this one, although this one is whatever. This one here. Now, unfortunately, the quality of the video isn't good. Can I zoom it in to the point where you can see the... No, you can't, unfortunately. But if you look at the bar on the bottom right, all right? Look at the bar on the bottom right and what Ibra does in on net. So can anyone look at this tweet's gotten a lot of traction in terms of viewership and stuff like that. Now, obviously, they're not going to just release a pitch notes about making the gameplay responsiveness better instantaneously. But it's kind of uncanny, let's say, that is the exact issue everybody has in this game, is the responsiveness and the fact that the gameplay is slow and shitty depending on the server connection. So let's see what this is all about. Latest pitch note talks about gameplay responsiveness. Okay. And dick pic! You're banned, Nick! Just kidding! We did all this to get Nick banned. Okay, what the hell is this? Hold on a sec. Hey, FIFA fans. I'm going to pause the alerts for a second as well. Thank you so much, guys. I just want to try and focus on this real quick. Hey, FIFA fans. We wanted to provide an update on continued investigations into gameplay responsiveness and consistency in that responsiveness when playing online. Following on from the changes outlined on the pitch notes title update 6, want to talk about what the team has been working on, as well as some of the changes that we'll have been making in an effort to improve your experience in FIFA 19 online. Below, we have 3 key topics. An overview of an advanced telemetry tool that we have been using to help identify potential gameplay responsiveness issues. Okay. What changes we've been working on since our latest update, since pitch notes title update 6. How we're planning to deliver the changes for the remainder of FIFA 19. Okay, I like this. Investigating using advanced telemetry. Now, this might be way above my head, but here we go. Before we dive into some explanation of changes, we first want to provide some details around a specialized tool that we've been using to help investigate the community reports of issues around gameplay responsiveness. If I read through all of this and the end synopsis is, it's all in your head, guys, everything's great, I'm gonna fucking flip my desk, all right? I will fucking lose my shit. If I'm going through this, article, there better be an actual result. All I'm saying. Anyways, one of the challenges in investigating these types of issues is that each person has a unique network configuration, fair play, due to factors such as their physical location, connection type, and ISP. This is true. One of the biggest issues is that people play on wireless internet, which is fucking madness. And I understand that you don't have a hard connection to your console, maybe in your room or in your office or in your basement. But this is one of the biggest issues that people face, is that they still try and play on an incredibly unreliable wireless internet connection when trying to play FIFA online. However, I really hope this doesn't go the route that I think it's going, because no one has the issues they have on FIFA on Fortnite. Like, you don't. I get 10 ping on Fortnite, yet I get the most horrible button delay on FIFA. I get perfect connection to apparently EA servers on Apex Legends, horrible delay on FIFA. So this is an easy thing to say for EA, but outside of wireless internet connection and people having semi-decent internet, come on now. In order to identify and solve any problems that are within EA's control, we need to be able to look at advanced telemetry from players reporting issues. The depth of data needed to carry out these investigations requires us to develop a specialized telemetry tool that enables our team to perform deep dive analysis as a result of its findings. What makes this tool so critical to our ability to investigate and identify potential issues is the scale of information, and you also need to add 45,000 FIFA points into each account for us to be able to do this. That's not there? Okay. That we can review about a single match after it is played with this tool active when compared to the information we normally get from a match. Okay, so is this like a console they need to do this console by console? Is that what we're saying? In order to use the information we're getting about a specific match effectively, it needs to be paired with direct feedback on that match's gameplay responsiveness from the player of the match. Therefore, we've been working directly with select number of players located around the world in order to conduct our investigations. Changes we've made so far. Using the information gathered from our investigations, our team has been able to make a number of changes to the networking infrastructure that is used in the following modes on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC. So for everybody. FUT Champs, Division Rivals, Online Draft, Pro Clubs, FIFA Co-op Seasons. Okay, cool. I mean, I can only speak for these game modes, but good. Here's a brief summary of some of the changes that we've made over the past couple of months as a result of these investigations. Wait, so they've made these changes? I can confirm that if they've made these changes, this past weekend is a very good bit of proof that none of them are fucking working. This Carnival event and the amount of people on the servers and how bad and delayed and awful the gameplay was in FUT Champs this weekend is high heavenly proof that this shit hasn't done anything. But hold on, I'm going to keep reading. I'm not going to go off on a tangent just yet. Here's a brief summary of some of the changes we made over the past few months. This worries me. Anyways, moving on. Network and data center configuration changes that have improved efficiency and capacity with a prime focus on our European server locations. How about NA and South America? Bro, we're playing people like 10,000 kilometers apart, man. And people in the EU complain about playing someone in France when they're like 400 kilometers apart. What the hell? Changed our data center provider from one of our European server locations. Oh, cool. Multiple in, well, I guess those of you guys in Europe that are dealing with button delay, I guess you could be happy. Is it better? EU greater than NA. Screw you guys, man. Multiple individual hardware changes due to specific hardware issues in various server locations around the world. Okay. Established more detailed operational metrics and monitoring for gameplay responsiveness based on learnings from our investigations. This is enabling our team to be more effective and efficient when monitoring the status of our servers in each server location and in identifying issues that may be impacting the gameplay responsiveness for players. Okay. Okay. Like, cool. I mean, what is a good thing is that they are fully addressing, again, all of the issues that myself or any other player that bitches and moans about the server issues. Now, I do realize that there's a lot of people that have no server issues and don't deal with those issues. I've spoken to them, and I'm very jealous of those people. And those people that don't have those issues go to the Americas in certain areas and play and see those issues. So it's nice to see that it's a unanimously felt problem now, and it's nice to see that EA are at least addressing it and attempting to fix it. So that's good. But again, based off of the gameplay this past weekend, I think I had like 3 nice clean games. It feels like it's a roll of the dice for me, like at least in Western Canada, like where it's a roll of the dice every game where I play someone that's either 10,000 kilometers away from me or 2,000 kilometers away from me. Unbelievable that like the best connections are people that are, you know, still 2,000 kilometers away. And then it's a roll of the dice as to whether or not like I get on a clean server where the gameplay feels good versus I get on a server that, let's say, is 10,000 kilometers away or whatever it is and feels like, you know, there's like an 8-second delay. So that's the downside. But at the end of the day, too, I realize, and I think a lot of us need to realize that complain about the server issues, it's location-based, right? Like, as sucky as it is for me as a content creator, as a streamer, to deal with heavy delay and to deal with terrible matchmaking, and once I get to like a +10 elo, like if I go 12-1 or 12-2, it literally takes me like 15 minutes at a time to find a game. That's just where I live. I live in Western Canada where people care more about chopping trees down and making maple syrup and riding mooses and, you know, playing hockey on the street than people care about playing FIFA, Ultimate Team specifically, and then competitive Ultimate Team in FUT Champs. Like, the pool of people, when you really think about Western Canada, dwindles down to next to nothing when it comes to, like, FUT Champs competitive gameplay at +10 elo, right? So, as much as I bitch and moan, it really is location. Like, I can only assume that if I'm on the East Coast, maybe, you know, I don't know where in the East Coast where you'd consider it's like good gameplay, but I think Zwei says he has good gameplay. Skills, I don't know too much what Skills thinks about. I do know Skills lives on the eastern side too. I haven't really heard Skills' opinions about gameplay and server connection and stuff like that. Skills is a super positive guy all the time as it is. But maybe going over there would be an intelligent move in and of itself, right? Now, I can't just pick up my family and move to the East Coast to get better FUT Champs games. So for me, it's a tough one. But I guess we'll have to see into the future what we're exactly going to get. From the changes that we have made and the feedback we've been receiving from the players that we've been working with, we believe that we are making meaningful improvements to the gameplay responsiveness and consistency, and that responsiveness when playing online for many players. That being said, we know we still have work to do in this space. Okay, cool. Moving forward, the team will continue to focus on bringing improvements around gameplay responsiveness. Dude, it's unbelievable though, like how much they're talking about this and how like it vindicates everything I bitch and moan about, man. You know, it at least is a good thing where I'm not just having to read EA saying, no guys, it's all in your head. Like, it's kind of refreshing, the devs and the producers putting out content like this, because it's like they're addressing it. This is so different from the old EA, you know, where the old EA would just constantly put out diatribe in the forum saying, no, it's all in your head, guys, everything's perfectly fine, it's your internet. You know, this is nice to see. Working off the changes that we've already made, here are some of the areas that the team is focused on. Network and data center configuration changes, improved efficiency and capacity. As mentioned in the previous section, we've already made a number of changes in this space on our European server locations, but we're working on the remaining server locations around the world and making changes there if and when they are identified. NA, hello? The Americas in general, hello? Resolving and identifying specific hardware issues in all server locations around the world. This is an ongoing operational effort. Again, I wish this was a little bit more, like, deep divey. Like, I wish we got into specifics here. Like, okay, in the North American server areas, these regions and these regions we're working on, these regions and these regions we're not working on. It would be nice to get a little bit of a deeper understanding of this. It's important to know that due to the number of variables that make up a player's connection, not all updates are going to have an impact on all players. Some updates will only have an impact on players in certain locations in the world, while others may only have impact on players in certain network setups. Our goal is for the combined impact of these changes over time to continue to move the needle on gameplay responsiveness for the FIFA community as a whole. Well, I mean, that's good news. It's a good sign. We'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the effort of the key community members. Okay, yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada, yada. Our investigation and work in this will continue, yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, well, I guess with this latest pitch notes, what I don't like, update on FIFA gameplay, responsiveness, and efforts. What I don't like is they're basically telling us that, hey guys, we've been working on things. And we're hearing that there's improvements, and we'll continue to work on things. You know? So I'm not trying to be toxic. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. But again, EA scratches the surface at being open with their community. But like, okay, where's the roadmap, guys? Where's the dated, stamped, and I maybe because of how big EA is and how many loopholes every single process needs to go through, we can't get exact dates. Like on June 1st, we plan to have the Americas region fully revamped and serviced. On July 1st, we plan to have the the Asian regions fully served. I understand maybe we can't get that, but an actual roadmap of like what they're planning on doing and when they're planning on doing them and how they're planning on rolling them out, I think would have at least made me feel a little bit better. With this, it just again feels like a very marketing-y, puff and puff type of thing. Like, hey guys, we've worked on things in certain regions in Europe and they're working for some players, and we're going to continue maybe to work on things and improve certain things in the servers in the Americas. So I'm hopeful. At least they're addressing it, right? It's not everything is left in the dark. So there's light at the end of the tunnel there for sure. I just hope that maybe in the future we can get a better understanding of where and how they're going to improve things with the servers. But this is a step in the right direction, and I appreciate the attempt at being as transparent as possible. I'm sure there's a lot of red tape and a lot of political shit within EA that makes it hard for the developers that put out this type of content to be any more open. I understand that fully. So fingers crossed.